highway patrol officer comforts a woman trapped by a major head-on crash.
Squeeze my hand.
Do you have any guns on you?
An armed man pulled over by the highway patrol under suspicion for possession of illegal drugs.
All right, relax. Put your hands up.
Watch out, he's gonna go towards the house.
A speeder who didn't want to stop suddenly pulls a machine gun on pursuing officers. These are the real stories of the highway patrol.
What you're about to see is real. Stories from the files of the California Highway Patrol and other state police agencies across America. Stories from and about patrol officers out on the highway and roads where nothing is ever just routine. In Southern California, San Diego Canyon is a twisting, difficult stretch of road. It's also CHP officer Greg Dixon's beat. He patrols the canyon nightly, trying to discourage speeders.
What we've got is a citizen's report of 1180, which is a major injury crash. We've got a vehicle overturned and possibly bodies in the roadway. Okay, hang on, step back. 34, I got people trapped in the car. I need units up here ASAP. Why don't you step back, see if you can get that door open. 34, give me a code 3 response. I got no one here. This guy is, he's gone. He has no pulse.
Hang on.
Stop traffic down here. Stop all traffic. Stop all traffic for me, okay? Okay, just relax. You're all right. You're all right. We're gonna get you out of there, okay? Can't even get to her. Santa Ana 634.
34, go ahead.
Go ahead and roll the corner. It's going to be right now 1144, possibly 3.
Copy, roll the corner.
Hey, how you doing, Angelica? Wanna hold my hand? You okay? Can you squeeze my hand? Can you able to squeeze my hand? Can you squeeze my hand? You can't squeeze it? Okay, you're okay. Got 2, got 1 on top of her. Okay? Yes. If there's anything I can do, let me know. I appreciate it. If you can do me a favor and just try to keep people back. Okay, I'd really appreciate it. Hang on, keep squeezing my hand so I know you're there. Angelica, keep squeezing my hand so I know you're there. Okay? We're gonna land life flight up here.
You're gonna
We're gonna land life flight up there. This is the wife of, okay.
Ruben, did you see my husband?
Yeah, I did see her husband.
Is he dead? Somebody said to me he was dead. Was he dead?
Well, it's not, they haven't, they're working on him, okay? They're working on him, okay? You got to give them a chance to do their job.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance.
Santa Ana 634. Okay.
Ask the daughter.
Thanks.
Call her mother. That I mentioned that.
I'm going to need to probably... I tell you what, when I came down this hill, I got a 76 and a 70. Whenever
Guys on her, let's start. Hey, send you down
To the hospital. Okay? You'll be okay.
from witness statements right now, basically what we have is the red pickup truck was traveling northbound at a higher rate of speed. Witnesses are putting him at 85, 90 miles an hour. The blue van was going southbound. The red pickup truck crossed over the lines and collided with the van.
Both other drivers have died.
This is why I work radar day in and day out in this canyon to prevent stuff like this. Obviously, at times like this, it doesn't seem like it does any good.
Last year, the California Highway Patrol seized over $40 million worth of illegal drugs. Many drug dealers are caught because of a simple traffic violation. Such was the case when officers in the Bakersfield area made a late evening stop for speeding.
Are you having any problems with that?
It's running a little bit rough.
Oh, okay.
The reason I stopped you is come down. Usually here, you're going a little fast.
Do you have any guns on you? Do you have any guns on you?
No, I don't.
Here, let's check you out. You got a magazine laying on the dash.
Okay, I got a knife and...
All right, relax. Put your hands above your head and lace your fingers for me. Spread your feet apart real wide because you're kind of tall. A little bit wider. Got a knife is all?
Yeah.
You have a pistol in the car or something?
Yep. We're behind the seat on the other side.
For our safety, we're going to pull it out here. You have any dope on you?
No, sir.
Here, step out with your right foot a little bit, a little more.
I'm being honest with you folks. You know, I don't know why I'm being treated this way.
Treated what way? I told you this is just for my safety.
29 on a gun.
Well, I'll be done with you here in just a second. I promise.
I'll peel them off if you want to search them. You know, why are you searching my vehicle? I told you where everything is. That's my pocket knives.
All right, stand up, relax.
There's
All
no
right, you can stand up, sir. Dropped your rings here. You also had a joint on you.
I what?
You had a joint on you.
That I don't know about.
I've got a crack pipe. Got any more drugs in here?
There is no drugs in there that I know of.
More dope?
One thing led to another of gun cases. He had one behind the passenger seat, which he told us he had a gun behind there, and he had one in there. But he also had another case on the front seat, and it's a similar case, a little bit bigger, and it's also considered a gun case. So when we looked in it, found a crack pipe, that gives us probable cause to now search for other drug paraphernalia.
Wendell, why don't you come have a seat right here for me? Relax here for a minute. We'll let you go in a few minutes here. As soon as we... I got scales, packaging, little some paraphernalia. It's got some cash on him too. We'll check. Yeah, we'll want to check him really good before. Have him take his jacket off.
You know, I just felt the folks still touching the back. The one I told him about earlier, I thought he took it.
You can see there's a lot of drug paraphernalia like this. These little mini torches are used for smoking crank or rock cocaine, also for melting the glassware that you see over here, making into pipes. Again, for smoking crank, this is for smoking methamphetamine here. There's a little bit in there. There's extra packaging materials here, digital scales for weighing. We had a joint on him, some spoons.
Well, it looks like we got a good ounce of crank.
Where'd you find that?
He's got an ashtray on top of the dash. Pulled the ashtray out. Felt down in there. He's got this magnetized down there. It's magnetized down underneath the ashtray like this. I felt it, and the top came off, so I was able to just pull the whole thing out, and that's what it was.
Look at my scales.
Yeah. Do you see the scales? That's ours now.
That's more pull it.
Find out what. Probably have about a total of about an ounce here, probably at least.
Figuring about an ounce.
Which is street value by the time it's dealt out in the quarter-gram increments, $2,000.
That's definitely a positive hit.
Oh, okay. That tells that the money in there has been around dope, drugs, and the dog hit on it, so now we're able to seize it as drug money. There you go.
Am I under arrest?
Yes, you are.
So my partner and I both feel you're possessing it with the intent to sell it.
You know,
Your cash will be booked as evidence.
yeah, I know this.
All right.
Before you say anything else, okay, I'm going to read rights to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to the attorney and have an attorney present before answering questions.
Next, a speeding motorist with a machine gun.
Put your hands up when we see him.
I'm the man.
For many reasons, New Year's Eve brings out an unusual number of drivers who are under the influence. As a result, many highway patrol and state police agencies assign extra patrols on this holiday to safely remove drinking drivers from our roads. Most of these stops are made without incident. Not so on the night of December 31st, 1989, near Bakersfield, California. 4 officers in our Central Division encountered a man determined to celebrate the new year in a most deadly fashion.
On December 31st, 1989, at 10:15 p.m., Officer Brian Smith and his partner Tom Sales are working overtime on DUI enforcement. They spot a white Dodge pickup speeding and weaving in and out of the number 1 northbound lane on South Union Avenue. The truck is clocked doing 60 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. When the truck actually hits the Ray Center divider strip, Smith turns on his red spotlight. The driver slows briefly, but then runs a red light as he turns right onto Casa Loma, paying no attention to the CHP units behind him.
Bakersfield, 69-583, got a failure to yield.
At this point, Officer Sales radios dispatch for backup. At the same time, Officer Vic Lacey and his partner Ken Perez are not far from Smith and Sales. They spot both the white Dodge pickup and the first unit go by and fall in behind. Despite the red lights and blaring sirens behind him, the suspect seems determined to outrun the 2 CHP units. At this point, none of the pursuing officers knows that the man in the truck is one Mark Keith Ivy, a 28-year-old lumber and hardware salesman with no criminal record. He leads them on a high-speed chase through a residential area, apparently thinking he might be able to lose the officers on one of the dark side streets. The chase ends when Ivy pulls into a driveway, his own it turns out. He remains inside the vehicle, and the officers position themselves strategically in case Ivy makes a run for the house.
Driver, get your hands up.
Officer Smith approaches the Dodge cautiously and calls for the driver to put up his hands. Instead, in a sudden move, Ivy raises an assault rifle, discharging a single round into the right door, and then points the barrel out the open window in the direction of Officer Smith. Fearing for their lives, 3 of the officers draw their weapons and fire at Ivy. Officer Perez immediately notifies dispatch of shots being fired.
Left 99, shots fired. 517 Berkeley, left 99. 41.
Officer Smith carefully approaches the cab of the truck and removes Ivy's weapon, alerting the other officers that Ivy has been hit several times and is bleeding badly. Officers Smith, Lacey, and Perez handcuff Ivy and remove him from the truck. Although he's unconscious, officers check Ivy's vital signs and note that he's still alive. But before paramedics arrive at the scene, Ivy has stopped breathing, and officers attempt CPR. Their efforts are in vain. At 1:59 a.m. on New Year's Day, Ivy is pronounced dead on arrival at Kern County Medical Center. In the autopsy report, the deceased tested negative for drugs and alcohol. Friends and family of Mark Keith Ivy had no explanation for his violent actions. His only prior contact with the law was a traffic ticket when he was 17.
what? Is this the same car I chased you in last time, Curtis?
Next, a suspect is pulled over by Arkansas State Police for having stolen tags.
Patrol near Little Rock, Arkansas, a state trooper recognized a familiar face behind the wheel of a car he pulled over.
Curtis, guess what? Is this the same car I chased you in last time, Curtis? And the other Camaro, the brown one? Okay. Okay, Curtis, you got tags again that belong to a different car. They come back to a Pontiac Ventura. You got stolen tabs on them. Have you been drinking tonight? I know you don't have a driver's license. Do you have a driver's license? Let me see it. She's not going to cop an attitude, is she, Curtis? Okay. Upon stopping the vehicle, I recognize the driver to be a subject that we've had a couple run-ins with before, 010136. Jen, have you ever been arrested for anything before? No. Okay.
Jenna, valid expiration 12 of 96. Improper no DL violation 5 of 92 in Clarksville. She is by a past criminal record.
For what?
Okay, run it. Tell me what it's for. I thought you hadn't been arrested, Jenna. Huh? Well, who would know if you've been arrested? You never been in a jail?
No, sir.
Okay, we're going to see what they say. All right, can you copy?
10-4, go ahead, Swinton.
Okay, tell him that subject he called me about that supposed to have kidnapped a 2-year-old. I've got him stopped out here at Morgan. See if they've got any charges on him. It'll be Curtis. See if they've got any charges on him, if he wants him or the female that's with him.
Oh, that's it. You know, I come here and got her and give me and left some papers there. I got to go to court.
Okay. But Curtis, they're not looking for you right now, right? Okay.
They already found me and got the baby back yesterday from the guy I was living with.
This subject had kidnapped a 2-year-old. Asked Curtis about it, and then called the trooper in Russellville. He says the kid has been taken back into custody by his parents.
From Mark Cruz, right now.
Jenna, how long you known Curtis?
About 6, 8 years.
Curtis and I go way back. Don't we, Curtis? Is this the same car I got you in over here? Okay. Any liquor? Any drugs? Curtis had a couple run-in with the law before. We ran into him. He's run from the police several times. And about 6 months ago, I got him over here about a mile from where we stopped him at. And Curtis had 2 guns. He had a Glock and a Smith & Wesson. Had a large quantity of marijuana, some LSD, and some crystal meth. So he likes to run from the police and usually has tags that don't belong to the cars. In this case, we went in and just told him to take the tags off and told him to take care of everything that's improper on the vehicle. Jenna, he doesn't have a driver's license. You're driving the car, understand?
Yes.
Curtis, let's get it taken care of real soon.
Thanks.
Okay? Pour that out for me. Okay. His driver's license is still suspended. So we'll let his girlfriend drive the car.
I'm the man.
Night, leave more room between you and the car ahead, and make sure your headlights are on low beam. Keep your speed lower than you would during the day. In summary, when visibility is limited by darkness, expect the unexpected. From the men and women of the Highway Patrol and state police agencies of America, thank you for watching.